You open a chest, but instead of finding treasure, you find a scroll that has your name written on it.
A scroll?
Yes.
Okay. I heard squirrel at first.
You see a squirrel with your name written on it.
The squirrel's just, how's it going, big boy? I got your name written all over me.
Want some of my nuts? They're magical nuts. Starts like juggling 2 acorns.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something completely
All right,
different.
it's a magical squirrel now.
Okay,
It's not a squirrel, it's a squirrel with your name on it.
With magical nuts?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's really cool.
Watch this, pulls out a 3rd one and starts juggling 3.
I think at this point, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna like pull out popcorn, just gonna start watching. I'm like, what else can you do, magic squirrel?
I don't know, so my name is Ranger. What does Ranger mean? What can you do? Oh, I hit a nerve, didn't I?
I mean, I can concentrate really hard on making.
As you begin saying this, the squirrel pulls out its own popcorn and like eating.
If I concentrate really hard, you know, I can make a mark on some prey that I want. But then if I try to do anything spell-wise to hurt that guy, then I'm probably gonna lose that concentration. It's just hard being a ranger, you know? It's just really hard.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick the squirrel up. I'm gonna like use him to dab my tears.
Set him down. He's just like shakes off and goes, man, I'm so sorry. I think I know a way we can help.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Is he also a squirrel?
Might be a squirrel.
Does he have magic nuts?
He does have magic nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds really cool.
All squirrels in this one shot have magic nuts. It's crazy, dude.
That's amazing.
I know. Anyway, that's not the point.
Okay.
I know a guy who can rewrite history.
Where can I find this guy?
Follow me. He scurries up a tree right next to the treasure chest and goes in this hole. In here.
Is this a man-sized hole or is this a squirrel-sized hole?
Squirrel-sized hole.
I'm gonna climb.
Eat this magic nut and drops a magic nut to you. Oh gosh. The squirrel's looking down in shock. The trees are looking down in shock. The deer that was just passing by is looking at you in shock.
He dropped the nut. I figured it'd be easier for me just to catch it in my mouth than to try to catch it with my hands. Okay?
You turn into a squirrel.
These really are magical, I say now as a squirrel, and I'm gonna run up the tree into the hole.
You go into this hole. There is the squirrel with Ranger on it and a bigger, fatter squirrel named Gus. And Gus looks at you and goes, you did what?
I don't know why everyone's so shocked. It's an edible nut from a tree.
You don't eat it like that.
Why not? I sometimes toss like walnuts into the air and catch them, you know? Like I've been practicing for this moment.
Wow, okay. TMI. Okay, first off, Ranger, yeah? You wanna change history. You wanna make yourself better.
Absolutely.
How do you plan on making yourself better?
Well, first of all, I know that later on down the road, there's gonna be like a kind of terrain that I like the most. I wanna get rid of the idea of favorite terrain in general. I want every terrain to be my favorite.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. I want to be able to learn about how to track everyone everywhere.
Understood, okay. The squirrel that was in the chest that said Ranger on it goes and is like, its back is towards Gus, and Gus pulls out a little electric razor and starts on the back of the squirrel.
I'm gonna make sure he's not in pain or anything. Like, I'm gonna look.
The Ranger squirrel is just like, I was supposed to be a scroll, and so we're riding on the scroll to change fate.
Gotcha, okay, I understand now. Also, I want Hunter's Mark to not need concentration anymore.
Ooh, okay.
Also, I'm pretty new at the whole ranger thing, so like, what are some suggestions, Gus, that you have? Because I don't really know how my life could be better.
Honestly, you want my honest opinion?
Yes.
You should just be a subclass.
Ranger's gonna sit down. You want me to be a sub?
Yeah. You're like a druid and you're like a fighter, but you have like no personality.
I have a personality.
Crying is not a personality.
It is to me. All right, I mean, if other people think I would be better as a subclass, and this will in no way, shape, or form make angry comments happen underneath this particular video, then do it.
All right. Writes down. All right, now Gus says, take Ranger and turn him into a squirrel. The Ranger goes, what?
I also say, what? I'm sorry, buddy. Wait, when I was shapeshifted into a squirrel,
Yeah.
my equipment, what happened? Did it stay?
It's all back down at the bottom of the tree.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to do this the slow, painful way, aren't I?
What's the slow, painful way?
Got tiny little squirrel arms. I'm gonna go around and try to, because he needs to be made into a squirrel, which means he needs to, you know, I'm assuming that means he needs to die and have his hide, you know, kind of dried out.
Leatherized?
Yeah, leatherized into a leather scroll. And so I'm gonna be like, Gus, I think this is what you mean. There's no other way I can think of turning somebody into a scroll. I don't have any abilities to do that. So, does that mean the squirrel has to die? I say that as I get like behind the squirrel and just start choking him out. Just like, does he have to die? I don't want to do this. Does he have to die? Does he have to die?
Just the squirrel is just like, "Ah."
Yeah.
Gus just sits there, doesn't say anything.
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. I'm doing this selfishly for me. I'm absolutely doing this for me. This is not for you. This is not for the greater of anyone else. This is only for me. I'm
The
selfish.
squirrel stops and goes, oh. Gus goes, oh, thank goodness, I hate Rangers.
Turn and look at him. What the hell, man?